Morning. I'm basing this one on it's on the front cover of one of Ron Ranson's books. It's just a lovely little autumn lake scene, very simply painted. I'm going to just do my version of something like that. It's autumn is upon us now, and so the colours change. And I'm going to use, well, here's my palette: lemon yellow, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey, and burnt sienna. I won't use all the colours, but I'm going to use the colours that Ron would have used to paint this. I'm not going to show you the paint. If you haven't got the book, I can't show you because it's copyright protected. So I'm just going to do a version of it. I'll wet the paper all over. I think Ron used to, this is Ron Ranson, used to wet the paper with a wash of raw sienna to start with. I'm just doing the wetting the paper and then going over with some raw sienna to warm areas up. Okay. Now, why is that? It's all rocking there. Sorry, that's going to noise, isn't it? Oh, well, that's the. Okay, so a bit of raw sienna. Ron used to, or he would paint using colour straight from the tube. But I try to keep my paints moist rather than tube constantly. But by just adding water with them and working them, they go very soft again, which is very nice. So now you can make your skies out of blue and burnt umber. Blue, actually, I'll do that. Blue and burnt umber is a nice, good grey. You can use all sorts. You can use light red, ultramarine. You can use alizarin crimson and Payne's grey. And then we'll put a bit on the water, just keep away from the horizon. Now the paper will stretch, but we stretch. We just pull it tight. We've got some lumps from there, clumps of paper. Let's just take a little while we can. Right, okay. So I'll just let that dry for a moment. Hope you had a nice weekend. See, the sky, that's quite a warm sky, and I quite like that. Yeah, you'll find that ultramarine mixed with burnt umber as a wash, or with light red, it tends to separate, and you get a lovely granular effect. Roland Hilder exploited that to its utmost in his paintings, but he would let washes dry, and then he would blot out areas of light with a tissue and just keep going over with his washes drying. I wouldn't like to practice it on this paper. This is Fabriana, £130. I know that there are some questions being asked about the use of PVA glue in acrylic painting. Why do I use it? Do I have to use it? So if I can, for those of you that are acrylic painters and have watched my demos, I only really use the acrylic varnish or diluted PVA glue, which is wood glue, is plastic, as a flow medium, really, just a cheap flow. It just makes the paint go further. It doesn't slow the drying time down. You can use things like KY jelly or the proprietary brands of retarders, gel retarders, but I use it merely to make the paint spread and be able to build up a surface quite quickly on the paper, or hardboard, which I prefer. I use watercolour paper for acrylic mainly because I'm painting over old demos, ones that I don't particularly like anymore. And the varnish, I just had a tin of varnish left over from doing some decorating on some bare wood, well, on some varnished wood that had lost its varnish over 30 years. And I bought a, I don't know, a 2 litre tin of it, and I used it for the actual varnishing of the paintings on hardboard, give a nice shine, or just to mix with the paint. It's all plastic. When acrylic dries, it dries as plastic. The pigments are mixed with PVA, polyvinyl acetate, is it? I'm not sure. Somebody picked me up on a painting I did a couple of years ago. I remember the oil painting with 2 colours and lifting out with kitchen paper, which I was inspired to paint from watching Dennis Sheehan. Well, I'm just going to put in this background now. I'll use the Payne's grey and a bit of hill there, and just a slightly greeny tint on this here. Mix a bit of Payne's grey, a bit of blue, a bit of lemon yellow. Right, I'll just put in some bit of detail on the shore, bit of sienna in there, bit of burnt umber, just so we've got a bit of autumn colour on here. I'm going to use, instead of using the burnt sienna, which I usually use, I'm going to use a bit of light red in my autumny colours. Hey, that sucks. Right, that'll do. Are we going uphill? So as I was saying, it's various pigments, but somebody left a comment on this painting, because I called it oiling out. Well, I've never had a lesson in my life. I didn't go to art school. And I thought the oiling out that I'd read in a book many years before was where you just take the oil out with a tissue. Obviously, apparently it's not. Oiling out is using the oil on top of dry paint so you can get a glaze, I suppose. So the person probably picked me up on it, didn't even make a comment on the painting. So there's no pleasing some people. Right, let's put in some autumny colours on the back here. So using the burnt umber and the light red, and the sienna, of course. A bit of the grey. I'll put in some, I'll scrape in some rocks. Let's just get this. Sort of vary your colours and your tones, otherwise you'll just get flat areas of monotony really. Right, let's put in a bit of Payne's grey and a bit of ultramarine, a bit of burnt umber. That will be the basis of my rocks. And I'll put a couple bigger in here. Right, card. Use a big card. Small card there. This is so easy. I know you could overdo it, as I am. It's quite irresistible. You get carried away. So a little goes a long way. So we're just... I'll do. Reclip the paper again. So I'll put in some of the colours, light red, burnt umber, and do some foliage. Just put some dark in there, and underneath we're putting some shadowy colours. So we've got some, the shadow bits of the trees here. And then some nice red. So it's a sort of a Lake District scene. Put some leaves down the bottom here. Some nice. So don't make these things difficult. Keep things as simple as possible. Right, just a few flicks there, and then with a brush. Look, and we'll just put in some trees. I'm sure Ron won't mind me basing this on one of his. After all, I've given Ron a lot of publicity over the years. Yeah, look, we've got a sort of a woody shore line. And we just get some bits of darker shadow on the trees. Yeah. And we use a bit of a rigger. I think we could probably put some detail on there. I'll put in some boats up here somewhere. I've got a dry brush over that to reflect that, but I want to get this in first. So just a bit of warm on here, a bit of texture. Should use more burnt umber, I think. Just put some warm on these rocks here. And a bit of detail in here. Just some branches and trunks just showing through the foliage. Okay, I'll give that a dry. I might just put a little some yachts along there as well, but I want to try this bit here. So headphones off. And I'll just dry brush this colour over there just a little bit. So the burnt umber and ultramarine. Like that, that's not as good as I'd like. Or maybe we could just do a bit. Right, that'll do. And just a bit of light sienna, raw sienna. And we've got to put in some shadow for or reflection of the rocks here. Look. Okay, a bit of shadow on these rocks here. It's very dull today. Busy weekend. My wife's birthday today. The ladies coming in. Okay, a little bit more detail in the foreground, I think. Wrong way. Just put something just come up here. Show a reflection of it in the wet there. Okay, right, a little bit of gouache I think, just to finish off the yachts. Where's my gouache? There we are. I've got another dish here, little dish. Save your plastic lids. Oh, can you see it? They make good little palettes for your ink, your black ink or your bits of white. The gouache, don't keep throwing it all away, just use it again. So I've got a nice dark background here. Excuse me, I'm just updating my old computer here. Right. Nothing else there, I think. That will do. I'll put a couple of birds in, I'll sign it. Birds just fill in a bits of the sky. It makes the sky more interesting, hopefully. Okay, I'll sign it. Right, I'll put that in the ivory mount. There's not a lot of blue in this really. This one. Okay, well there we are. That's a very simple painting based on one of Ron's. I quite like that. So you can all look at Ron's book and see what sort of job I've made of one of his paintings. But I do add, I haven't copied it literally. I've just done my bit, done my rocks, my background. Just take an idea. This exists all over the Lake District and other lakeland areas. There's nothing original about it. It just to show you how simple these things can be. We could have done a little bit more here, but I wanted to make this as different as I could from the one I was working from. Right, okay. Well, thanks for watching. I'll just take you for a tour. Very little work on there. Just an impression of distant hills. There's my rocks. They're so easy to do with. I don't think one used to card one, certainly not to the extent that I do. But there we are. That's that I could probably make a little bit more. It's a bit more dry. Let's just do that while I think of it. Oh, I won't do any more to it. It's just a sketch. But have a go at this sort of thing. Well, I've just installed a new version of Adobe. This laptop is just limping to the grave slowly. Okay, thanks for watching. Let's take you out and have another little look at that. So the lakelands, autumn on a lake. I think we'll call that. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.